Let's do all that setup jazz. Okay. Can everyone hear me okay?
Yes.
Beautiful. Not too loud or too quiet?
It's okay.
Okay, that works.
Can you hear me? Can you hear an echo from me? Great.
What are you?
So I'll shut up.
Mm-hmm. All right, perfect. Oh, here, let me go ahead and set up my SBCS background. Okay. Well, this is very exciting. All right. Let me. Oh, I clicked on the YouTube link, which was a mistake because now I'm hearing myself. Okay.
Oh, do you hear from my mic? Is that better?
Okay, this should work.
It should be better.
Awesome. I'm going to present this. And let's check if the share screen works out okay.
Yeah, I'm getting it.
The host disabled screen sharing. Thank you very much, Anthony, for starting the live. May I share my screen so I can show some slides?
I need a link.
That was way too many S's. I'm gonna try using the chat to ask if I can share my screen. Howdy, I'd like to share screen, please. And I'll go ahead and message Ben and Brian just to get that functionality. But for anyone that is on YouTube, hello, welcome. I am president of SBCS, the Stony Brook Computing Society. And to my right, you should be able to see him, is our mascot Bites.
Guys,
Are you all right? Cool. I'm going to just message. Oh, perfect. I have the ability to share my screen now. So now I can get y'all here. I'm going to just double check how everything looks on YouTube before going ahead. Just want to make sure it's all working okay. And once I verify that everything's working on YouTube, then I'm gonna hop back to do the slides. Okay, perfect. So I can make it full screen and we're gonna be A-okay. So here we go. I want to ask how everybody's doing, but I can't hear back from anyone, which is too bad. But since I think it just hit 8 on the dot, I'll go ahead and do my introduction again really quick. My name is Isabel Greenberg. I'm president of Stony Brook Computing Society. And I'm here to give you a gateway to GitHub, specifically how to use Git, because there are actually a lot of different companies like Bitbucket that help do something similar to GitHub. But we're going to focus on GitHub and help teach you how you can coordinate your entire team and work on one project, especially without being next to each other. Because I'm assuming nobody's in the same room, social distancing, all that jazz. So I did enough of an introduction that I think anyone arriving late would be able to hop back in and understand. And I'll also share some resources that you can help learn if I go too fast or anything like that. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead. Now, I want to give you a quick introduction to what Git is. And like I said earlier, it helps to track changes and revise code as you go. You can kind of think of it as like Google Docs, but for coding. And just like everything, it started with Linux a bit. And all of those working copies all reference the repository, which you're going to hear us mention again in a moment. But I hope that that visual helps tell you basically how you communicate between your repository and your own working code. And you might be asking, because I've been talking so much about it, why it matters. That history of code revision, the different tracks if you're working on different parts of the project, and organizing all of those people is very, very helpful. And this is essentially what you're going to need to use in some way or form at either an internship or a job. Anywhere you are doing software development, you will most likely hear about Git. So yeah, that's the main idea. And Git is one of the most popular versions, very fast, very lightweight. And also the GitHub student developer pack is super, super helpful. So using their tools will help elevate you and get you started much faster than not using them. Now, this is just an analysis of what's free, what's not free in terms of using Git, and a comparison between that other company I mentioned, Bitbucket,